Have you ever said something to your spouse in the heat of the moment and watched their face change instantly? It's like you almost see the pain form in their eyes. The truth is, word can either heal or deeply wound your partner. Your words can build them up or it can tear down your spouse. In the next few minutes, we're going to uncover the hidden power behind your words and how small change can transform your marriage overnight. And wait, you are going to hear what happened to a couple that my wife and I coach who was thinking about ending their marriage because of this simple mistake. You don't want to miss this. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the show. I am Doran, and this is Not Easily Broken. Let me take you back to a coaching session I had with a couple, my wife and I had with a couple a few months ago. On the outside, they look like the perfect pair, loving each other, holding hands, going to church, looking cute and posting beautiful pictures online. Yes, but behind closed doors, they were in a cycle of hurt and in a cycle of pain. Every conversation seems to lead into arguments, tears, doors slamming, and all kind of things were happening. They have not been on the same page in their marriage for a while. They don't realize that their words had become weapons instead of tools for connecting and healing. I asked the husband a very simple question. I asked him, what was the last time you spoke life into your marriage? When is the last time you spoke life into your wife? He froze. Yes. And the look on his wife's face, it is like she has been starved of something essential for years. It was at that moment that I knew they had no idea the real power behind their words, the damage that they were causing each other. But here's the twist. They're not alone. This happens more common in relationships than you can imagine or think. Before I reveal what happened next to this couple, I want to ask you, what kind of words are you speaking into your marriage? What kind of words are you speaking over your relationship? Are they words to build your marriage up, to build up your spouse, or are you speaking words that will tear them down? Sometimes we don't even realize the repercussion or the consequences of some of the words we speak. Words are like seeds. When you plant seeds of doubt, seeds of criticism, seeds of negativity, they take root in your spouse's heart, growing into resentment, growing into anger, growing into fear, growing into loneliness, and it creates distance between the two of you. My friend, but when you plant seeds of affirmation, love, seeds of passion, seeds of faithfulness, seeds of understanding, they flourish deep into your connection, and it creates intimacy. It creates a space where vulnerability can thrive and flourish. I'm going to share a powerful exercise at the end of this video that can change the way you communicate with your spouse forever. But first, let's get back to this couple. Because what happened next can change, and it did change their marriage completely. Let me be honest here. I know what this feels like because I've been there myself. In the early years of our marriage, I used to use words, and my wife used to use words carelessly. I thought that as long as I love my wife deep down, the things I say, the things I said in anger or frustration didn't really matter. But I was wrong. You see, my friend, words leave scars that can take years to heal. I remember moments when my wife looked at me with tears streaming down her eyes. I remember her looking at her like, how could you say that to me? When you were young in your marriage, I married when I was 23 years old, my wife was 22. It takes time to really understand these things. I had no idea the power of the words that I speak, that life and death are in the power of our tongue. God gave us the ability to speak life, and we use our mouth to kill our marriage. Your words create experience and it create feelings. I didn't understand the magnitude of my words and the feelings and the experiencing that it was creating for my wife were negative. Maybe you are at that place right now, feeling distance from your spouse. not understanding why things aren't working out for you and for your marriage. You might not even realize that your words have become a barrier between the two of you. Yes, but there's hope. And let me show you how this couple we worked with turned things around and how you can too, my friend. Yes, you can. So, in the next coaching session, I gave them a challenge. I asked them, to spend 2 weeks without any criticism or negative remarks, only positive affirmation, only positive words, and only serving each other in loving, caring way. They look at me like I was crazy. They look at my wife like, we don't know what that looks like in our marriage. For all the years we've been married, we rarely even thought about operating from that space. They both hesitated, skeptical that something so simply could make all the difference, could make a big difference. Something so simple can impact their lives. You see, they don't know what that looks like because they were living in a marriage, focusing in a marriage on the negative. Rather than seeing the visual, rather than visualizing it, they can only look at the fact that it probably won't work. We teach them that their feelings does not change their actions. We teach them that, yes, you must act to create the feelings, but your feelings doesn't always create the action because your feelings are not always reliable. They decided to give it a try. And about 5 days after starting the challenge, they start to notice something incredible. They start to notice the difference. His wife started to feel a little bit more safer. She started to open up a little bit more. They start to add value to each other. He felt respected in a way that he hadn't felt in years. They began sharing things they haven't talked about in a long time. The words they use now were words that shift their attitude. They used to use words that were swift and it was sharp and it was cutting. But now they would use words that were soft. They were healing. It begins to help them to see themselves better in the marriage. And you want to know the most amazing part? They both admit that it was the first time in years that they actually felt heard, valued by each other. It was like they had reset. They pressed the reset button on their marriage. A matter of fact, talking about reset, it is one of the things that we teach in our Marriage Makeover Coaching Program, how to reset your marriage. I want you to think about this. What if one sentence could change your marriage forever? Just one sentence. It's not a cliche or some magical phrase. No, it's simply a very simple sentence that every single person watching this video can say today. You can practice it right now. In a moment, I am going to share exactly what that sentence is and how it works for couples we coached. But before I do, I need you to understand this. Yes, words are spiritual. They carry life and death, blessings and curses. Proverbs 18 and verse 21, it tells us that death and life are in the power of our tongue. Yes, what you say today can shape your marriage tomorrow. Your words are not just sounds. They are seed you plant in the soil of your marriage. And I want to give you the big reveal, that big sentence, that one sentence. And here it is. I appreciate you for who you are, and I am grateful you are in my life. Yes, this one sentence. Whether you believe it or not, yes, this one sentence. When you say the sentence, when it is said with sincerity, when it is said from the deep core of your soul, your heart, your body, your mind, your spirit, it can soften years of hurt between the two of you. This is what happened with this couple. You see, it was the key that unlocked a door they thought had been shut forever. And it can do the same for you. My friend, don't let another day pass without being intentional with your words. Try it today. Speak life over your spouse. Ephesians chapter 4 and verse 29, it tells us, it says, let no corrupt words or corrupt communication proceed out of your mouth, but that which is good to the use of edifying, that it may minister grace unto the hearers. Yes, let the words that comes out of your mouth edify. Let it be acceptable unto your spouse. And that's really what I want to share in this video. And if you found this story to really hit home, if you found this video to help, I want you to hit that like button. Please hit that like button and help us to grow here on YouTube. Please like and share, subscribe, and practice these principles. Real life marriage advice I'm dropping here. And remember, words you use today can create the marriage you want tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. May God bless you, and I cannot wait to see you in the next one.